WWDC is Apple's yearly worldwide developers conference, where developers can attend gatherings and meet with over 1,000 Apple engineers which are present. This 2019 event will take place in June 3rd to 7th in San Jose, California. It will include a first-day keynote where Apple will introduce upcoming software and new hardware. Let's get started. There are 5 expected announcements this year, and they are the Modular Mac Pro, iOS 13, macOS 10.15, watchOS 6, and tvOS 13. These are not confirmed, so don't take this video as a verified fact. However, these are very heavily rumored. Rumors suggest Apple is considering previewing the redesigned Mac Pro that's in the works at WWDC. Since early 2017, Apple has been working hard on a high-end, high-throughout Mac Pro and the modular design to make it super easy to upgrade the parts. However, Apple has not made a firm decision about showing off the Mac Pro at WWDC, so it might not happen then. If it doesn't, then the latest will be before the end of 2019. The next generation version of macOS 10.15 will be unveiled at WWDC. We don't know a lot about the update as of yet, but Apple is working on a new Universal App feature, which first debuted in the macOS Mojave and iOS 12. It will continue to expand to developers in iOS 13 and macOS 10.15. Apple's aim is to let developers design a single app that works with either a touchscreen or a mouse, or whether it's running iOS or macOS. This universal app feature would likely significantly increase the number of apps available on the Macs, while also cutting down on developers' workload to create new cross-platform apps. As part of its continued Marzipan efforts, Apple is planning to introduce new music, podcasts, and books app in macOS 10.15. These new apps will be available alongside a new TV app designed for the Mac, which Apple has confirmed that it is in the works and it will be available in the fall. Support for using an iPad as an external display, window snapping, a Siri shortcut app, support for screen time and iMessage effects, and the revamped Find My iPhone app. Starting with macOS 10.15, 32-bit apps will no longer work. Some of your older apps may stop working when you upgrade, but that's not a bad thing. macOS 10.15 will be limited to 16-bit apps and will not run older 32-bit apps. For more on what's coming in macOS 10.15, see Mac Rumors macOS 10.15 Roundup, link in the description. Along with the new Mac Pro and the macOS 10.15, Apple will unveil new versions of tvOS and watchOS. tvOS 13 is expected to be a minor, insignificant upgrade, but watchOS 6 will bring some exciting new features to the Apple Watch. In watchOS 6, Apple has several major features planned that will overhaul the watchOS operating system. The Apple Watch is gaining its own Apple Store, so users can download apps straight from their wrists for the first time. New health applications are set to be in the works, with Apple set to introduce a Dose app for pill reminders and a Cycles app for tracking menstrual cycles. Apple plans to add a calculator app, a voice memo app, and an app for listening to audiobooks, plus Animoji and Memoji stickers are coming to the Apple Watch. New complications will be included in the watchOS 6 that will show the status of audiobooks, the battery life of hearing aids, rain data, and the level of external noise. But here's what you actually came here for: iOS 13. At WWDC, Apple introduced iOS 13, the next generation version of iOS. We've already been hearing rumors about what to expect in iOS 13, and the update is set to include some really useful features. Dark mode, introduced in macOS Mojave, and long-desired iOS features is finally coming in iOS 13. And other features are in the works, like a new sleep mode that mutes incoming notifications and darkens the lock screen. Changes and updates are coming to several apps, including Mail, Messages, Reminders, and Health. Plus, the update will include overall speed improvements and bug fixes. For the iPad, Apple is planning to introduce a feature for displaying multiple windows in a single iPad app using a tab view, and a multitasking feature for using two windows of the same app side by side is in the works. There will be multiple new features focused on the iPad in iOS 13. Apple is adding support for displaying multiple windows in a single iPad app using a tab view. And iPad apps will support stackable, movable cards within the apps. The Files app is also going to be revamped. New gestures for undo or redo are coming, as are new gestures for selecting multiple items in a table or a collection view. Most importantly, iOS 13 is going to be getting a new volume HUD that's perhaps less obtrusive than the current one. And there's a revamped Find My iPhone app coming that also merges features available in Find My Friends. And there could be new tracking features that works even without Wi-Fi connection, using proximity to other devices. There's a video on the channel right now on more details on iOS 13. Be sure to check it out. Thank you so very much for watching. You know what to do now. Just click on the things shown on screen right now. Thanks, and goodbye.